Greetings, I am Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game
together.
All
right.
right, so we are still in the thick of it, and there's been a lot to talk about. Oh.
Bless.
Sorry.
Achoo.
I wish I had done that before the episode, but I didn't know it was coming. Ha.
Whoops.
I say, but there's been a lot to talk about here, and they are taking an interesting approach in reference to we're trying to get her to turn against her dad. Like, it sounds very dichotomized, like, you're either with him, like, you're either against us or against him,
so
kind of thing. And it's like, you don't have to be actively against someone to not support them.
I was also going to say there are plenty of people who are very well aware of the failings of the person that abuses them. Absolutely. But they go, but I still love them, or I still want their approval, or whatever it is. Like, people, like I said, even I have struggled with it definitely over my life of basically trying to defend my parents who have been abusive and have used me in a really unfortunate manner, and I still, even though while I critique them in one breath, I will also in the next breath immediately excuse all their behavior. It happens all the time.
And the thing is like, and there's also a level of like that I've mentioned again and again without really being able to describe it very well, of like pride, of going, this is my family. Even if it's my brother's an asshole and I hate him, you don't get to be mean to him because that insults all of us, you know? And so that kind of thing. All right, that's not one heck of a breakthrough. It'll help me, true, but I'm glad she can see that for herself, too.
I love the fact that she responded, so I'm talking about Iris here, up in the corner, by going breakthrough in relation to him saying something,
I know,
not
right?
Sue. So, I appreciate your dramatic timing game, but we said specifically that was trained on Sue
so
not
it felt
Deco
weird.
Nami, so that seems a little strange.
The timing is strange. Also, we're like, she has no input. Gives input.
Alright, you have 3 more attempts to sway Sue remaining. Okay,
right.
So flatter her ego, invoke the power of friendship, remind her she was almost killed by Deco, invite her back to your arcade, offer a place to stay if Deco ever kicks her out.
Honestly, I think the next thing we would do is invite her back to our arcade. We're not trying to, like, I appreciate that Lies in the game, theoretically, is trying to defame Deco, but, like, we get to choose who this character is, and that doesn't feel like someone they've been most of the time, even if the game is like, no, you'd totally try and defame him. Sue knows what's wrong with him. I think we're smart enough to know that, even though we've acted like a total Vimbo several times.
Right?
So I think we don't need to remind her, you almost died for your dad.
Right.
I think it's, you could come back to our arcade.
Right.
Like, you're welcome to come and be there. We already told her she could come as long as she didn't shenanigans.
Yeah,
so it's reminding her of something we've already said. Reasserting we are who we say we are.
Yeah.
Hey, Sue, you like Funtervention, right? I offered you a second chance before. It still stands. I'd welcome you and your friends, looks around at actual friends and acknowledging that they are in fact here, returning to enjoy our games. It's not like you wanted to hurt us. If you agree to stop pushing Deco's agenda by messing with Funtervention, you can swing by anytime you like. I'll even comp you some tickets. That sounds silly. Some tokens. Sound good?
It does sound a little silly, but it's okay.
Hi.
Absolutely! Except for, the small problem of the lovely chainsaw lying in wait to finish the job and put me in the dirt. Afraid that a couple bucks in tokens wouldn't go real far in paying for my funeral.
On the other hand, we could totally deal with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Appreciate the offer and all, but honestly, if I wanted to come back, I'd come back. Banned or not. There's bigger things to that play than what I want, though.
But she raises a hand, shutting me down.
Done talking about this. We're done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh. Chance of success, did it go down?
It didn't. It's still 99.97.
Okay. Damn. I honestly thought that'd work. But she shut me down so fast, I doubt she'd want me to push any harder. Alright, next. I
thought it was power of friendship.
I was gonna say, the next piece
No,
was...
honestly, okay, so this is gonna be weird, but I think in some way, since we're trying to destroy her relationship with Deco, like, if that didn't work, it sounds like almost we need to either go remind her that she was almost killed for Deco, or offer her a place to kick out, or I was gonna go with invoke the power of friendship.
See, and the next step was invoke the power of friendship. It was, hey, you're still welcome back here. Like, if you're doing this logically, it's, hey, there's a lot going on here. I am here for you and will support you. You're totally welcome at my place.
Right.
We are friends. You can stay with me if he kicks you out.
Okay, so
like
I'm gonna go with offer a place if Deco's...
No, so invoke the power of friendship is the next part.
Okay.
Going, we have gotten along.
Okay, so invoke the power of friendship.
Alright. There's something I've been paying close attention to. As we spar back and forth like this, the ghost monsters. They're trying to be unreadable, just part of the background noise of the scene, but I can read them. Clyde especially is looking like they're holding back a lot of feelings. Sue, do you think that without Deco, you'd be alone? What about them? I gesture to 3 supremely buff dudes and the nervous-looking individual accompanying them. The little guy, I am the nerd, all in their color-coordinated clothes.
I kind of have wondered. I do not know. I think Clyde is actually supposed to be non-binary.
I kind of think that too.
Mm-hmm. And I think
nerds
that's
can be non-binary.
Oh,
nerd binary.
How you be no bibbery?
No bibbery. There's no bibbery. Only cooler and netto. You make up Nambi. Nambi invented. All right. All of them in their color-coordinated clothes. I think you're forgetting the ghost monsters. They're more than a gang. They're your friends. This actually follows up the whole gang thing really well. Actually, just like dialogue-wise, with her going, there's a whole other gang, and her going, actually. And then, with that, and then us going, there is a gang. Your gang. They'll support you. If Deco won't, if he tries to burn you, they'll stand in front of the flames. You got the power of friendship on your side, whereas your father doesn't seem to have a friend in the world and needs to rely on you. What? This smattering of thugs and children? You have berated everything she has loved constantly. Like, I'm thinking you're just not very smart at this point. You sound so tone deaf to your kid that usually someone's as manipulative as you're purporting to be is more skilled than this. Like, it doesn't mean you have to be, but I've been manipulated by a lot of people in my life, and my family's very passive-aggressive, all right? So I feel like he would be better at it than this, and that might just be a terrible position to come from.
It might be, especially because, okay, so the thing is when you're in deep, I feel like, with basically that experience, that's just kind of the thing where you go, this is just what happens. Okay. But when other people come around, they go, that is totally fucking, like, abusive and manipulative. Like, you cannot usually see it. So, my friend, remember what happened when you were in your shitty-ass relationship, and I came around, and I was like, excuse me.
Okay, but he wasn't shitting on the things I love in a real obvious way of, like, your friends are, shit.
Yeah, he did. You specifically told me.
No, I was saying, when he did do that, he wasn't doing its manipulation, it was just abuse. It was just aggression.
Oh, yeah, but
so
you
the
also
thing is,
were
like,
just
this is a really important difference. If he seems to be trying to sway his daughter back to him by, again, appealing to her and attacking you. In the same way that he switched immediately when he was like, oh yeah, I gave you those games as a gift instead of that shit I couldn't find a landfill for, right?
Right, it immediately shifted to placating.
So, if he's really trying to keep her on his side, he has to understand that she actually cares about what she cares about, and so right now isn't the time to shit on her friends. And most abusers and abusive people that I have known, people who are just real control freaks as well, even if they're not an abuser, because that's a very strong word for a lot of people.
I know.
I was going to say, they're going to, in the time of desperation, really appeal to your sense of who you are. Part of the reason they can hurt you so bad is because they understand you really well. Like, and it doesn't seem like, it seems like he's being written as though he really genuinely doesn't understand her at all, and I'm wondering how he's manipulated her to this point if he doesn't get her and what she cares about in any way, not even enough to use it against her.
Yeah, I mean...
Does that make sense?
I get it, but I don't entirely agree.
And that's okay, you don't have to agree. I was saying, but yeah, so I'm just like, with this smattering of thugs and children, you think they can keep her out of jail? You think they can feed her or clothe her? Laughable. I'd do that. I don't care if it takes my whole allowance or I have to get a real job. I'll help her if you won't.
Clyde, this isn't...
No, Sue, please, like, listen to me. I don't like speaking up, and your dad, he scares me. But Liza's right. We're your friends, and we'll be here for you, right?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Ghost Monsters, ride or die! 20th century's television sitcoms teach us that a group of self-chosen friends are the new family structure of America, according to many critical studies.
I love that. That's great.
Is so good, because it's actually also true. People are going, like, being able to destroy the nuclear family model, which is a thing that capitalism generated in order to better exploit people,
is freedom.
Yes, freedom.
It's freedom. Because that family model was developed, yes, to make life hard and specifically benefit the capitalistic model.
So if you all have friends and you all have family where you all choose to live together and that works really well for you, awesome, good on you. You are fucking capitalism.
The thing is like not fucking capitalism, but you are fucking capitalism.
Fucking capitalism.
Because there's you are fucking capitalism. It's like, no, you are fucking capitalism. Your emphasis matters.
It matters so much.
Emphasis matters. So, please, don't feel you'd be alone if you choose to side with lies. You won't be. Like, I liked that, though, basically really just being like, the new model is friends are family, and that is so well done. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Clyde shifts embarrassedly, averting their eyes to the ground, shuffling their feet. It's like they really want to say something, but can't find the courage within. I think you are right. They.
Yeah.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Sue, friendship is irrelevant. What matters is power, and your friends have none. Do you really want to trade a powerful ally for a weaker one? Okay, saying your friends have no power when they literally made it impossible for all of our irises to track them in any way, and even ourselves as eyewitness reporters completely non-credible in all ways, and nobody even knows the name of them, even though they're clearly a very memorable group of people. What? They have skills.
They have an impressive amount of skills.
They have an array of skills.
They have a cartoonishly high level of skills.
Yes, that one.
As much as I hate to give in to some silly cartoon notion of friendship conquering all, well, I'm a ghost monster.
Ghost monsters for life.
Ride or die, we are ghost monsters for life.
Sue and Clyde exchange a fist bump before Clyde steps back to join their friends. Absurd. Simply absurd. All right,
one more attempt.
Remind her.
Honestly, it sounds like offering her a place to stay would be the next one.
Yeah,
reminding her that she was almost killed by Deco ain't gonna do shit. Flattering her ego, I feel like, would be stupid.
Reminding her she was almost killed by Deco could be what we're looking for, essentially to clinch the deal, kind of thing of you don't want to be with him. Mm-hmm. I was just saying, but I feel like Lies would just be like, dude, they can offer you other stuff, and I can offer you a place to stay as well.
Yeah, that would be a great follow-up, honestly.
Like I said, that follows the conversation very naturally, and the way Lies has done their speeches before, I feel like that's where they would go. Even if it's not necessarily what's going to win this game, I feel like that's what they would say. Offer a place to stay if Deco kicks her out. So, let me be clear about this. The reason you won't side with me over your father is you're worried he'll burn you, kick you out of his home, abandon you on the street. Let's put aside the question of whether holding such a threat over your head indicates a loving father or not. Nicely said.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't, but you could have just dropped it. It would have been fine. If what you need is a place to stay to avoid being homeless, I'll offer my home. My roommate already is, fed up to here with me, and she's standing right here, so she can either consent or deny to this offer. Right here.
Jupiter, what?
Jupiter, I'm offering a 16-year-old kid to live with us.
Jupiter. I can't help
it's okay.
it. I'm like, God damn it, I'm just gonna call her Jupiter for the rest of my life. Oh, wait. Seriously?
Bad idea, friend.
I've wrecked your arcade, and now you offer me 3 huts and a cot?
I'm generous like that. I've been poor.
Well, it'd be a little cramped, but yeah, I think we can make room.
Yeah, I'm the roommate. I will be waifu and mom.
I can do it. Oh, God.
Please don't offer more caretaking,
Please.
Jennifer. Please.
Because then you might attack Sue.
Or
God.
you might just wear yourself out and make yourself more unhappy and bitter and frustrated.
I'd be happy to welcome you into our home. Ooh. And I know a thing or two about parents who aren't exactly the best parents. If I could do anything to support someone who's in the same situation...
We know very little about Jennifer's backstory, but she did have a rough family life.
Right? Well, I'll do my part. Absolutely.
Wow. I wouldn't actually drive her from my home.
You understand.
That was just a figure of speech. I'm saying that I am her provider. I'm the reason she's able to...
Nah, I'm pretty sure you meant what you said. Shut up. You threatened me with all the dire consequences of disobedience more times than I can count. And I'm getting sick of it. So don't think you can hold that over my head any longer.
Think about this.
This would be a mistake, Sue. Think about more than what roof you have. You happen to be sleeping under. I can protect you in ways you cannot provide for yourself. Beyond food and clothing and a place to stay. Legal shit, okay? Legal protection, notably. I keep you off various radars. I make sure my enemies aren't aware you exist. You're safe under my wing.
Oh, definitely. But maybe I just don't care anymore. Maybe I'd rather flame out than put up with your shit. Sounds like
she's starting to see through his supposed generosity. She was before, she just was trapped, okay?
Right.
Sounds like she's starting to lose all hope, and when you've lost all hope, then you'll fight as hard as you can.
Right.
But before I can get into another word, Sue waves her hands, interrupted me.
Okay, enough.
Man, this sucks.
I'm sick of all this talking. It's time for action. It's time for decisions. You've made your case, Dad, and so have you, Lies. He wants to protect me and use me. It's patently obvious at this point, but maybe the cost of turning my back on him is too high. While Lies wants me to throw it all away. Just because
it's the
right thing to do.
Yep, that's Lies.
As for me, what do I want? How do I want this to play out?
This is the moment of truth.
This is it.
The moment of truth. Did I convince Sue, the music, to abandon her father? Did we save a Funtervention? Or was it all for nothing? It still wasn't all for nothing. You're still dealing with an abused, manipulated, and controlled child.
Yeah.
And if you help them at all, then that's not nothing.
Yeah.
You
not
know
in
what?
my opinion at all.
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah!
Wow!
Excuse me.
Yeah, you heard me. Your poor f***ing excuse for a father and
Yeah.
your so-called enemy really opened my eyes about that. Oh, don't get me wrong. You've got money and power. You could crush me like an ant, yeah? Yeah. And I don't think I care anymore. I'm tired of living in your shadow and under your thumb. I'm tired of living with you. As of today, we're done. I'm cutting unhealthy like you from my life. I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life. Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out. And believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy deeds.
Wow. And I think this is like,
You can't do this.
I mean, you've got to know, like, if you have leverage over her, she has it over you. Like, that is how that works. You don't always know how to use that leverage, but she's got it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
dang.
I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
So if neither of us
Really?
go down,
I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
I mean,
you're the adult, she's the minor.
Like, again, we keep pushing the minor thing because I think really they did say she was a minor. So I don't...
Over and over again, certainly she's a teenager. We keep emphasizing that, yes, extremely a teenager, which suggests younger teenager, and I'm pretty sure we said minors when referring to the group.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
my God.
We could actually be like, hey, that's actually cutting a huge deal of them going, I'll give you all this information. Like, she could totally go, hey, I'll give you all this information as long as you can help me basically
like,
have
you
a lighter
can totally
sentence.
do a plea bargain. Even if she wasn't a minor, even if she was 18, she could totally be like, hey, Deco Nami is as dirty as they come. I've been helping him carry out his dirty work. I want to sell him out so that I don't get in trouble. That is a thing the law does.
It is actually a thing.
Mm-hmm. Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone.
Oh, Iris, would you kindly?
Would you kindly?
Oh my God!
Would you kindly?
Sure thing, Miss Sue.
And from my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't understand this game. So if Iris can just record shit randomly and has recorded shit randomly, but then somehow they were able to cybercriminal, I don't get it. I'm done. Okay.
Like I said, she is a god machine. She is the Deus Ex Machina, according to the entirety of the game, except in reference to the ghost monsters.
Which is weird.
And, like, the level of power that suggests is insane to me. Going, your lovely NB hacker friend should not be able to do that.
Nope, not at all.
Like, it
But
just
I
based on the
understand and
establishment,
support
what we've
her.
established.
I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them.
Like, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, like, this completely undercuts. I'm just like, I don't
On the other hand, this is a bunch of basically non-legal professionals, and Iris being a baby AI, basically, and so maybe it's just the best they can understand how this situation works. Going, none of us really are skilled at all at any of this. We're all essentially just young and flailing through this environment and going, we don't really know, so we're just sort of picking things as we go through.
Right.
And
He knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
And we may want people to be more competent or have more awareness in here, but that just might be the characters that they wrote him to be, you know?
But it's also unfortunate, because to me, it doesn't feel like then it was conveyed very well.
It doesn't.
Like, the lack of information. So I've had this problem before with other games that we've definitely played, where you just kind of go, what I suspected was this thing, because we don't have actually a lot of detail or information, and then you kind of feel a little bit lost. Like, for example, Juniper coming in and yelling at us for suddenly being the grossest person ever for her standards, and you're kind of like, what? I have no information. I don't know who these people are. I barely know now who the love interests are.
And we don't have to, like, it's not required that you tell people extensively who people are, but if you're gonna do a giant showdown scene that counts on personalities, it's really helpful, and neither of us have really been able to pick this up, only to sort of guess, well, maybe that's what's happening all over the place, you know?
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor.
Yes.
And blackmail to me.
She is a minor. She is
Well
a goddamn
done.
minor.
And she
Dang
knows
it.
she's a minor. I said, we knew she was a minor.
Yeah.
We just kept going, well, does no one else understand? And the thing is again, if you're all young adults, you may not understand legal, like, things about minors.
I wonder if one of the big things about this, though, too, is basically the idea that a lot of people here don't, like, in the game itself. Like, her bringing this up feels like gotcha, you guys didn't know about this thing. And I'm like, but if you do know how the system works, or have a rough idea of how things could work, or how they have gone before, this is totally coming out, like, they came completely exactly where it should have gone. Like, for me, I'm kind of like, this almost sounds like sounds like corruption of minor and blackmail to me. That was supposed to be a hard-hitting moment. And I'm like, there's lots of moments in here where I'm like, of course.
That's already come up.
You know, like, what?
Maybe they're assuming a less educated gaming audience, someone who hasn't had as many legal encounters, because I definitely knew kids who were in and out of juvie. Like, I was a goody two-shoes when I was a kid, but it was mostly because I was a boring nerd. Like, I didn't get in trouble because I wasn't interested in things.
But I like you. You're my boring nerd. It's okay.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying people are like, oh, you're such a goody-goody, and it's really like, I'm just not really interested in the nonsense you're getting up to.
Right.
Anyway.
And once I do my hair in pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
I mean, she's not wrong.
Yep.
That's impossible. You said you blocked all recording devices. No, we didn't say that. We said we could do so. This feels so much like the plot from No Money.
God, right?
It's okay, go ahead. I said I couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere.
So Iris could have randomly recorded the... fuck it. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine.
So if she can't upload her recordings from anywhere, he said later he could erase her memory, but didn't do it yet. I'm again like,
Not
so...
he, they.
Sorry, they. My bad. I apologize. I don't mean to misgender them, but I was just like, the rest of the team is dudes, so I'm just like, bro, that's my bad. My insensitivity.
It's okay.
But the thing is, it's just like...
The thing is they all did say it. They were all like, yeah.
They said, so Clyde said that they could do that, but I was like, but then what happened at the last arcade? Iris going, everything's gone, I can't get to anything, going, so did you go in and erase her? Like, is that what it is? And would she be able to detect that erasure? That's the only piece that doesn't really make any sense to me as far as her functioning.
Yeah, I don't get that.
At any rate, I appreciate you, Clyde. She was still listening the whole time.
You can go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde.
Already done. I've also uploaded a press kit based on our Deconami archives to 5 major newspapers, even websites, ESPN, Esports Center, and HTTV.
11 websites.
Wait a second. You're doing this already, like you're basically incriminating him publicly right now. You're not threatening him, you're just sending him down. Because if you did not do that, like, you really could just be at a good stalemate. Like, are we actually sending him to federal prison at this point?
We might be.
Whoa. All right. And HGTV.
Home and garden television?
Yeah. figured the two guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show.
All right, so I don't know. Do you want to keep going? Okay, so guys, we're having a timing thing. I'm like, I can't
feel
tell when
like-
this ends because this keeps going, and I'm kind of surprised how long this is.
I feel like it's going to keep going,
Yeah.
and there's going to be enough for another 20-minute episode, so we should probably wrap this
All
up.
right,
The
well,
Arcade
okay.
Flippers, I love. I love the idea that there's basically house flippers, but it's with the arcade. It's an arcade genre. Like I would be curious about that show.
Right? Okay, well, we are out of time, guys, then, so we will see you in the next one. So if you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos. If you're having a good time with us, please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. We have some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!